Hey, everybody. We are going to live on YouTube tonight. I thought I couldn't do it for some reason. I thought that I had to build up the audience over here first, but I guess I was wrong. I know that I'm not monetized over here, and the page here on YouTube for Stepping in the Mud won't be monetized for a while because I need more followers and I need more content, and that's fine. Because I'm not getting anything over on the other platform anyway. That live stream that I did on Facebook last night earned exactly 48 cents. 48 cents. So I would rather go live over here and put my energy into building it over here and doing live streams over here where I can actually make some money off of them than invest my time and energy over there and not, get anything back for it other than, of course, the enjoyment of spending time with you guys and relaxing. But come on, let's be real. We've all got to pay bills. So, I just got a new diamond painting in the mail, literally today. Looks like a burrito. I'm going to open it up. I'm excited about it because one of my memories growing up was learning to drive in this old truck that my dad had. It was, the brand was International. Any of you guys remember International trucks? Really old blue, kind of rusty truck that my dad had that he really loved. And it was like a little pickup truck. And my dad taught me to drive in that truck when I was, I think, like 12. And my mom had sent me a diamond painting with a similar truck, but it was red. And she was like, you should make this for your dad for Father's Day. And I thought it was a great idea, but it really bothered me that the truck was red when his was blue. So I had thought that I would just replace the beads. But after looking at it more closely, it seemed like you would probably be able to see the red through the blue beads. So I did some searching and I found this one, which I think is even better because it's like in a garage. And my dad had a garage with all of the tools and all of the setup to do mechanic work and all that good stuff. So I picked up this one and I'm going to try to put it together for my dad for Father's Day and put it in a frame and everything and give it to him. We'll see if I can pull it off. I've got, about a month to do it. And the other problem is I still don't have my diamond painting stuff. Like I have a really nice supply of diamond painting. What are these guys called? These guys that you use to do them. I don't know what the name. Anybody know the name of the pushers, the pens, the stickers, the pokers, whatever they're called? I have some nicer ones that are much, nicer to use. And I've got nice trays and nice wax and all of that, but it's still packed up somewhere in the garage. So I can figure out how to get this open. We're just going to use the stuff that came with it for tonight. And there we go. I can always find the other stuff later. Hey, everyone. How are you doing? Thank you for joining me over here on the YouTube. All right. Lots and lots of, now I know these are called drills. Did you guys know that? Diamond painting drills. So if you're new to diamond painting, if you've never heard of it before, it's kind of like cross stitching in a way, except instead of using thread, you use little plastic gems. And you get this diamond painting board. You can see it comes with a legend. Tells you which color it goes where with what number. There is a picture of the finished product there. And you can see the board has all of these little tiny letters on it that correspond with the color that you're going to put on. And it's sticky behind this sheet of plastic. It is very, very sticky, kind of like fly paper. And then you get this pack of all these different colors, and they're all labeled with corresponding numbers. So, gosh, there's a lot of brown, I think. I don't know. Do you guys, when you do your diamond paintings, do you start at the top in one of the top corners, or do you start at the bottom? How do you do it? I think I'm going to start at the top because I feel like then I don't have to worry about touching or messing anything up. I can kind of start at the top and work my way down. I think I'm going to start in this top corner. So what I'm going to need are these H's to get going, which we know is a darker color. So let's look for those. Is this it? Oh, that says 14. So we got to go from H, find the H here, and it says H is number 14. Look at that. Color 939. So I honed right in on it. So this is a bag of H's or 14s. So we're going to start with that color. This is a tray. Linda says she starts at the bottom, but she's left-handed. Tina B starts at the bottom. Roberta starts at the bottom. Regina, go to the right. Tina says work your way up. I'm going to start at the top and work my way like kind of down diagonally. This is wax. Every diamond painting kit comes with this wax. And it's got plastic on both sides of it. I don't know if you can see that. It's that little thin layer of plastic there. Another thin layer of plastic on the other side. And this is for the pen. So if you look at the pen, it's got a little hollow tip. And what you do is you put the wax inside the hollow tip, and it makes the tip a little bit sticky, just sticky enough that you can pick up the drills. See how it's in there now? So you put the drills into the tray. And you don't want to pour them all out, because the reason you don't want to pour them all out is because you want them to settle into these grooves. If you look at the tray very closely, it has, see those lines? The purpose of those lines is so you can shake out your drills and they will line up for you. And there are pens that you can pick up 3 of these at a time, 5 of these at a time. I've seen some that even pick up like 8 at a time. But if you kind of just shimmy these guys around, they will line up for you into those rows. And then you can more easily grab them. You see how shiny they are? So if you just press your pen right onto the tip of one, it picks it up. And then you take it and you pull back your plastic where you're going to work. And you press it right into that spot. Cover the H. And there you go. Now you are painting with diamonds. And as you get them all covered up, it'll become more and more shiny and pretty. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do tonight while we hang out. Let me know if the if you can hear the dehumidifiers, if they're bothersome, if they're annoying, if they're too loud. I will turn at least one of them off. Everybody always says they can't hear them, and that blows my mind. They're so loud. I don't know how you guys can't hear them. I guess it's just a good microphone if it's really doing all that to block out that background noise. All right, we got 5 down already. So we're just going to go from here. I'll hang out as long as I Probably at least an hour, maybe 2. Hang out with you guys, maybe an hour and a half while I work on this. We'll see how far we can get. And I definitely encourage you, if you have a diamond painting project or a crocheting project or a coloring book handy or knitting or painting or whatever you want to do that makes your heart sing and helps you relax and forget about the astronomical craziness going on in the world today, I encourage you to grab it and do it with me while we hang out tonight, because it is fantastic for your mental health to take some time to yourself. This is your me time. You can feel free to wander off and use the bathroom and get yourself some tea or a drink, if an adult beverage, if that's what you like. Coffee, if you're a late night coffee drinker, or if it's a different time in the world where you are. Grab some snacks. The only thing I will not encourage is smoking, because it's bad for you. Yeah. Regina says, I did diamond art all day, so I'm going to watch and listen now. That's cool. Even if you just want to rest and chat and listen, that is cool. And when you first start doing this, if you've never done it before, you're not going to be quite so quick, because it takes some time to get used to it. But that's okay. You don't have to be quick. There's no race. There's no timeline unless you've got a deadline to get it done. Which I do. When is Father's Day? Is it about exactly a month away? I think I can get it done. 10 minutes late. No worries, Patty. There is no late. There is no early. There's just either here or not here. How often do you have to add the wax? Whenever you notice that it's not sticking anymore, you'll start to notice that you have to push a couple of times to pick up one of the drills. And you'll be like, what the heck? Why are they not sticking? That's when it's time to reload your wax. But it goes a long way. You can see how many I don't know how many I've put down already. Quite a number, quite a few. And it's still sticking just fine. So it goes a good long ways. Definitely don't go through that much wax. I have never, like, you get these, like I said, in every kit, these little pats of wax. I've never used one up. Although I do have some, I have some kits that I bought years ago that are just huge. I don't even know, maybe 20 by 30 or something like that. It's I think it's a, what is that guy you like, Sharon? The Christmas, the winter guy pictures. His name is escaping me right now. I think it's one of his paintings in the form of a diamond painting, and it's like 20 by 30. It's just ginormous. I haven't done it yet. I have it packed up somewhere. June 15th is Father's Day. So that's like an exact month. Yeah. Thomas Kinkade. Yes, I think that is correct. The Thomas Kinkade painting, diamond painting. And I wanted to do it so that I could put it up at Christmas time. But I bet you that is a huge project. That's one of those projects that you have to be able to put somewhere when you want to step away from it, come back to it over the course of the year, because you would get burnt out working on something that big straight through. Karen, you want to learn? It's very easy. There's actually not much of a learning curve to it. You just, you know, and there are easier kits to start with. In fact, my mom just sent me some kits for Mother's Day. And one of the kits she sent me, which I thought was really cool, is this one. And it's just a little box with Post-it notes or little notes inside. I don't even think they're Post-its. I think they're just loose pieces of paper that you can write notes on. But yeah, it's kind of a nice little box, and it has a very easy, like less than an hour's worth of diamond art on there. And they're different sizes too. You can see some of them are bigger and kind of oval shape. It was really fun to do, and it's really pretty. So this would be a great item to pick up. You could probably find these on Amazon to just, if you want to try it, you know, if you just want to see how, if you like it, or if you're just getting started and you want to do like a intro to diamond art, I think that would be a lot better than picking up something like what I'm working on now, because, you know, once you start getting invested in one of the big paintings, if it becomes overwhelming or daunting, then you're going to get a bad taste in your mouth, right? You're going to put it up and you're never going to want to pick it up again. It might ruin it for you. So I recommend, if you're just starting out and you're not sure, start with something small. But you might find out you like it. Now I also have a tray. Let me go grab it real quick and I'll show you. If you think that you might have a hard time seeing the squares, there are light trays. I'll be right back. Okay. So this is a light pad. And they come in different sizes. And you can put it underneath. I mean, that's a perfect size for that one. It's got a very long cord. I just have to figure out where I'm plugging it in. And this one does come with both an outlet and a USB. That's where I'll plug it in. I'll use a battery. So I have these external battery packs. These things are wonderful. We use these to charge our phone at home. They run, I don't know, so many different things. You can plug in all different types of USBs. They're really great. But I plug. Actually, that reminds me, I need to plug in my camera before I lose you guys into one. Good thing I remembered that, because this camera battery wouldn't have lasted that long. It would have just suddenly turned off on you guys. Ooh, okay. So, we good? We all plugged in, tucked in, ready to go. Okay, let's see. See that? Just lights up underneath. And then you can see, if you look closely, you can see the spots better. Makes it easier for folks who might have difficulties with the sight. And I think there's adjustment. I think they can adjust the brightness somehow. Yep. There it goes. Yeah. Makes a good difference, huh? Just turn it. I'm going to angle it a bit. I can get a comfortable spot. Okay. Back at it. Yeah, that really helps. See, I already missed one. And then you can kind of see better to shove your little pieces together better too. So they're all nice and snug. See, now I'm starting to not stick. So might be a good time to get some more wax. It's still going a little bit. Yeah, the lights are nice. And this wasn't expensive, this light board. I don't remember exactly how much. I have it on my Amazon. If you guys ever want to pick up the same art projects and kits and things that I've already tried, I usually have them on my Amazon affiliate page, which is nice because they'll give us a little kickback, kind of like a referral quarter or something. It's not a lot, but it adds up. But I'm pretty sure I have this light table on there. But they have them in different sizes too. If you don't think you'll be working on diamond paintings quite this large, you can get a smaller one. Although I think everyone I know who purchased a smaller one initially did end up getting a bigger one later. Now you can use this for a smaller diamond painting. You're just probably going to want to have or create yourself some type of frame to put over the top. So like if you have it up in the corner or in the center, you're going to want to cover the rest of the light, right? Like if you have if it's like this and you've got just light shining, it could be bothersome, but you can always put, I don't know why they don't make some kind of little foam covers that pop over the top that are cut out to fit particular sizes. It'd be nice because it would help you hold it down too. Sometimes I think of things and I wonder why no one else has ever thought of them. Or if they have, why nothing was done about it. Like, it just seems so common sense to me. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Mindy. Good evening. Tina B, use a clip. I hope my dad doesn't think this is girly because it's going to be all shiny. I hope he likes it. I know he really liked that book nook that I brought up north last time we went to do with him. He really enjoyed that. And I know that since he's retired, I think his girlfriend had told me that he had bought some models, or maybe he told me he bought some models, like model planes or something, and he wasn't doing them. And so I thought maybe the book nook would, kind of give him that spark that, like be the catalyst to get him to pick up the models and start working on them. In my kit with my good tools, I have a roller to help press these down, and I really need to find my stuff. I am making progress though. The library side of the basement is looking really amazing. It's pretty much done. I set up all of Anna's Montessori curriculum, that whole big box full of wonderful mats and pieces and parts and stuff for the biomes and space and everything that we bought just before we left Florida. I opened all of that up and set it up over there. So the library space is pretty much done. And so now I need to get my storage room. I got to take some shelves down in there and put up a cabinet, organize the storage room so I can move some stuff around from here so I can really work on the school space and my craft space. And then I'll have more room to put things so I can start unloading more boxes. Because right now I don't want to bring too much stuff in the house until there's a place to put it. Charlotte, you made a skull with flames for your son. He loved it. Very cool. Hi, Linda. Yep, diamond painting tonight. Linda Hansen says, so I do my diamond art color by color. My sister does it line by line, changing colors. Oh my goodness. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do line by line. I think I would go a little bit crazy, but everybody has their own technique. And as long as it gets done, there's nothing wrong with that. You kind of figure out pretty quick what you're comfortable with. Now, I'm not going to go through and do all of the H's on this whole picture. I'm just going to do down to where this plastic is sitting, or maybe a little further, because there's like a good blob of H's in this corner. And then I'm going to switch to whatever is, once it gets big enough, I'll switch to probably F's, these brown ones, and do those so that I end up with probably like sections. I guess if you could picture this cut in half and then some cross sections, I'll probably do section, 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 section like that all the way down. I feel like that way, because I'm right-handed, I'm always sitting on top of the plastic so I don't touch the sticky, because you don't want to touch the sticky mat with anything but the drills. Otherwise, it can lose its stickiness and then they won't stick. So it depends on if you're right-handed, left-handed. You want to go up or down, whatever's comfortable for you. Whatever works best to keep the rest of it covered while you're working. I think it also depends on the size of the diamond painting too. If I were doing a smaller one, I might not need to start in this upper corner. Just come up with a plan of attack and go with it. Karen, your library is doing a diamond art project next Thursday for Memorial Day. You're going to try and go? That'd be great. Yeah, definitely try and go. It'll be fun. It's probably going to be a smaller, like hour-long type project. So that'd be a great time to check things out, get your feet wet. My mom started doing it, I think in the last 6 months at her senior center. And that's how she found out that she liked it. But she only likes doing smaller projects. I don't think she wants to commit to anything big. Nana, you got me addicted 2 years ago. Should I apologize, Regina, or are you happy about that? It can definitely, you know, when you really get into something you enjoy, you start buying up all the things. But hopefully you're enjoying it very much. I was going to crochet tonight, but this arrived today and I had actually forgotten about it. It was still sitting out in the bin outside. And Anna reminded me. She was like, weren't you going to work on something else? And I was like, oh, yeah, my dad's Father's Day present, which actually arrived today. So my husband ran out, got it out of the bin, and here we are. Yeah, I think this is how I'm going to do things from now on, to be quite honest with you all. The live streams will be on YouTube, like I'm doing right now. And I will post about it as an event on the Stepping in the Mud community space in our private community. It is free to join our private community and to have access to that Stepping in the Mud space. It is free. But that's where I will post so that you can get a notification. You can also, of course, make sure that you're subscribed, is what they call it here on YouTube, even though it doesn't cost anything. Make sure you click that subscribe button to follow the channel, and turn on notifications, and you'll get a notification from YouTube as well, but it might be a little late. If you want to get a notification as soon as a live stream is scheduled to happen, or you want to and you want to get another notification when I actually go live, then you would want to be signed up for our private community space and in that area, which is great. There's a lot of ladies in there who chat in the chat space. They've got a really nice community going in there. So definitely encourage you to sign up for that and get those notifications. And then what I'll do is I will upload the live stream as a video to Facebook, because that's the only way that I'm going to get anything out of Facebook, is if it's uploaded. And besides, not only do they not pay for live streams anymore over on Facebook, but now they delete them after 30 days. So I would have to upload it as a video anyway. So this just makes so much more sense. And same thing if I end up doing some coloring live streams over on TikTok, I will download the live and make some content out of it and post that content to the other platforms. So I'll try and make sure there's something across the board, but live streaming is going to be here on YouTube. And hopefully the community builds up. I get enough followers and get enough content viewed that the page will monetize before too long. I don't know. I don't know how long it'll take, but I'm not super worried about it. It'll be nice when it happens. Let's see. I'm only going to be doing this like once a week, so it's not going to be a full-time gig at this point. Nope, I didn't have one on my tip there. I think I have to get some more wax. So I think I'm going to do, I don't know if you can see here, but I have the plastic here. That's where the edge of it is, right where my pen is right now. And there's a blob of H's here and a blob of some H's over here. I'm going to do all of that. And then I'm going to switch to a different color. And I can probably go up a little higher. You guys want to see a little better. Okay, Carrie, no worries. We'll see you when you get back. See, I'm sticking. I got too much exposed. I'm sticking to it. Tomorrow we're going out. I had to rearrange our therapy appointment. My husband and I have family therapy that we're doing together because moving and everything that's happened over the last couple of years was pretty traumatic. Trying to do better. And I had Spanish lesson. I had to move all that stuff around because my son is having an honors ceremony at 4:30 in the afternoon that I really wanted to go to and be there for him. He had one not long ago. It was a very short one that was for being accepted into the honor society for the community college. This one's a little different. This one's for making the dean's list for the college for having a good GPA. And so I figured I missed the last one in person. I really wanted to be at this one. So moved things around. So we're going to go out tomorrow. And then we're going to go to dinner. We'll take him to dinner because it was his birthday yesterday. How old did he turn? My son turned 27. Is that right? It's 27, right? I think I have a 27. And then at the end of the month, my older daughter will be 30. And so yeah, we're going to take him out to birthday. We're going to take him out to dinner to celebrate his GPA and his birthday. And yeah. And then I think he might be coming over to stay the night. We're supposed to get some nasty storms tomorrow night. I guess tornado chances and everything. And I'm a little stressed because we have not found the emergency radio yet. And I really want to have that because it's nice and loud and it's now heading into tornado season. It would be good to have that. So I really need to make an effort to find that soon, but I don't think we're going to find it before tomorrow. Maybe I can look around when we get back, but yeah, like between like 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. tomorrow is supposed to be bad news. Like the one of the local meteorologists, not like a newscaster meteorologist, but like a boots on the ground meteorologist here in Michigan was very concerned about the way the radar is shaping up for tomorrow night. And it's a huge storm. Like it's huge, massive. It's covering all of like Wisconsin, Illinois, most of Michigan. Big storm. I guess it's just supposed to keep increasing in intensity until it gets over here. So that even if we don't get any tornadoes, we're expecting big hail like big size hail and damaging winds, which makes me really nervous because we have that tree out front, which we thought maybe was dying. Now we don't think it's dying anymore, but there's still a lot of dead branches falling off of it. But funny enough, I got a text message from one of the tree companies I contacted. They said they're coming out first thing in the morning. So I'm like, okay, that's good. But they're coming out to do an assessment. So I don't think they're going to be doing any actual tree trimming tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, it's great. They're going to come, they're going to look, they're going to say, oh yeah, you definitely need to get this tree cleaned up before, storm hits and it ends up all over your house. And then tomorrow night we're going to get big storm. It's going to end up all over the house. Oh no. Hopefully it doesn't do any damage and everything just falls all over the ground. But there's some big branches up there that are just hanging in another branch. Like they're not even connected to anything anymore. So not good. Sharon says, Austin is so cool. He comes and hangs with us girls in Social Zoom. Yeah, that's my son. My son will come hang out. We have for our upper level subscribers, we do Zoom video chats with them. Regularly scheduled ones, and then usually pop on and hang out in between too. And my son has been joining us and hanging out lately. I want to put something over the top of this because I keep sticking to the plastic and it's annoying. Let's see. What do I have? I've got like a head covering thing. I can put it on my arm maybe. See if that helps. And Anna went to bed, and I think my husband is upstairs drawing, or he should be anyway. He's got work to do. Some orders to fill from previously. He's working on. I don't like these trays that come with the kits very much because they're pretty cheap plastic and they tend to warp. And then when you push sometimes in certain spots to pick up your drills, it'll make the tray jump and then they go flying everywhere. So I do recommend, if you are going to stick with this as a hobby, if it's something you're going to do regularly, that you explore some of the other tools that are out there and get yourself some nice, comfortable pens and some nicer trays. And, why not spoil yourself? If you're going to do it with any kind of regularity, you deserve nice things. You deserve to be comfortable. Oh, let's see if I can fill all these last few spots with what I have on here. If I'm going to need to dump more. Sometimes you get down to the end, it seems like they're always flipped on their backs and you can't grab them. Buy a larger tray. Yeah, I think my nicer tray that I have in with my stuff, I think I have one that's larger and nicer and not warped, so it doesn't fling the drills at me. Yeah, the light table really makes a difference. It really does. You don't think it's that big of a deal until you actually use it. Okay, I am going to need more. Just a few more. These two appear to be stuck together. There we go. This one refuses to flip. Oh, there he goes. Aha! Got you. All right, how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, about 30. I need about 30 more. And then I'll switch to the F. Kathleen says, I so want to do this, but I have a bad back. I'm thinking that a drafting table would help, but they're spendy. Yeah. And I don't know how comfortable that would be or how, like having it at an angle like that. But if you have a comfortable chair, say maybe a recliner or something in your living room, I'm pretty sure that you can find on Amazon something that's similar to a drafting table in the way it functions, but that is more portable, that you could set in front of like your recliner chair or your couch or whatever. The other option would be some type of lap tray that is taller and would get it up closer to you so you're not hunched over. I'm just sitting at my desk with my computer chair. But yeah, it just depends on how your back is affected and which way you need to alleviate pressure. I need some more wax. Carrie says she sits in her comfy chair with the light board on her knees at an easel angle. Regina says, Terry, I would dump all the beads. I know people that have dumped their beads. That is not fun. Can you imagine dropping all of these little beads, little drills into a thick carpeting? I don't think you would have any choice but to vacuum them up. That would be traumatic. Has anyone ever had to contact any of the companies you got your diamond painting from and ask for more drills? Did they do that? Anyone had to go through that? I've never had to do it before. I'm going to get these rows down here since I have some still on the tray. I'll use up what I have on the tray and then switch. I don't know how accommodating they would be since a lot of these, I think, come over from China, like much of everything else. So I don't even know if you'd be able to get a hold of them or if they'd be able to send you just a single pack of a single color or how that would work. Let's see. Find a couple more. Some A's, some K's. So go down to this next row here. Yeah, I need to find my kit because I really miss being able to shove these together and make sure they're seated all the way before moving on to another color. Okay, last one. Last one of this color for now. I'm going to figure out where to stick it. Trying to stay. So I'll just go right here. Okay. Next, some of that wax on the table. Imagine shag. I know, right? That would be crazy. That would be a crazy mess. Okay, so I'm going to go back to our pack here. And we need to find, I'm going to do these F's. And F on here is number 12. So I'm going to find packet number 12. Are they in order? Oh, they are actually in order. How about that? That was nice of them. 10, 11, 12. Oh, wow. Look at that. That's a full. That is a full pack. There is a lot of brown in this picture, which makes sense because it's a garage. Round drills, yes, they are round. See? That's probably too much. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to pour them out. Usually all the trays have these tapered edges. So if you ever wanted to stop and you still had a bunch on your tray, you don't have to use them up. You can just pour them right back into the baggie. My kits that I have actually have little cylindrical containers that I put them in. So I don't have to put them back into baggies. Okay. And go back at it. Fill in some of these gaps up top. Yeah, I don't think if I find at least one, if not 2 days a week to spend some time on this, I don't think I'll have a problem getting it done in time for Father's Day. What do you guys think? Although my dad was supposed to come down sometime later in the month here to work on our electrical issues and try and get some stuff done around the house here. So it would be nice if I could get it done faster and give it to him while he's here. I have another gift for him that I picked up at a local game shop that is just a thank you for all of the electrical work that he's done on our house since we got here. Needed a lot of electrical work. Like it was a fire hazard when we first bought it, and he made it safe before we moved in. And now there's more things going wrong that he has to fix. So thanks, Tina. Tina K is a cheerleader. Yeah, I could get it done. If I section this out the way I was thinking, down the middle and then rectangles about like this, that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like 10 sessions. Each session, if I say it's something like 2 hours a piece, because we're already an hour in here, that's 20 hours. I probably would need to work on it at least 3 nights a week for 2 hours at a time, maybe 4, but I could do it. These guys are stuck together. Get there, you get there. There we go. Hey, Michael. How are you doing? Zoom over Saturday. Yeah, maybe. I could work on it. I could probably work on it for a good solid, what do you think? 3, 4 hours before I want to throw it across the room. Yeah, I could definitely get some some good work in on a Zoom over. We could do that. So for those who don't know, the upper level subscribers have access to a Zoom social room. They can go in and hang out, video chat with people anytime they want. And we've been doing Zoom overs or like sleepovers, but on Zoom. So a group of us gals hang out all night, craft, talk, laugh, goof around. It's fun. You should join us. Keeps us young. And until the next day, sometimes we feel old because we didn't get enough sleep. Eat, yes, we eat. Yeah, we do that. Talk, lots of talking. Abby, hanging out with you while getting ready for school tomorrow. Nice. What all do you have to do to get ready for school? You like packing a lunch, putting out your clothes. You got your homework done. Sometimes I talk to my son about his classes. I miss school. And I'm like, it'd be nice to go back and take some more classes. And then I come to my senses. And I remember what those 6 years and those 3 degrees were like. And I'm like, yeah, never mind. I do like taking classes, but I think at this point it needs to be on a more leisurely basis, like a community recreational class, and not so much a semester-long education course that requires projects and essays and homework. Abby, you're a kindergarten teacher, so you're not getting ready for school for yourself. You're getting ready for school for them. That sounds like fun. I think I would enjoy being a kindergarten teacher to a degree. That is like my favorite age of kids is like birth to age 6. And I love teaching the beginning stuff, but I think I would struggle with some people's children. I've heard horror stories of kiddos these days. But I'm content to teach Anna. She's a good student. Look at that. It's filling in. You guys see that? I'll give you a close up. See how they fill in and you can't even see really much in between them. It blends. Alex says 9 times out of 10, it's not the children, but the grown-ups that are the problem. I agree with you fully. However, the kids don't know that, right? Like they just parrot what they're learning at home or behave in a way that is either similar to how they behave at home or reactionary to how they behave at home, depending on the case. And unfortunately, it's to me, it's kind of like I imagine teaching is a lot like sharing custody, where the kids, you're with them for so long, but only for a year, but you can over time maybe change some behavior while they're in your classroom, but then they go with dad, so to speak, every night, come back with some of the same stuff going on. It's unfortunate, and it is definitely, a lot of times a lack of parenting going on, but regardless of the reason, it's still disruptive and stressful. Not only is it disruptive to the teacher, but it's disruptive for the other students in their education as well. So it's not really fair to them either. Tough. It's a tough situation. I do not envy teachers. I think they are extremely underpaid for the job that they do. I think they should have far more professional development and pay and benefits. And I think they should be revered more the way that our sports players are, because they're really doing the hardest job in raising our youth. They spend more time with them typically than the parents even do. Custody sharing is a very accurate comparison. Yes. Yeah. I went through that with my older kids. I shared custody, and it can be very frustrating. You have certain rules at your house, and then they have certain rules at the other house that are contradictory to your rules. It makes it very difficult to parent with any kind of consistency. And with children, consistency is always key. They need it for structure, for stability, for safety, keep their little brains sane. Helps them feel calm, safe, organized, knowing that someone else has got it. And all they have to do is follow the same simple rules over and over again, and everything's going to be okay. Cheryl, in your niece's neighborhood, they had a dye-free ice cream truck? Wow. Like they have options on the truck that are dye-free? That's pretty cool. Nana, you're looking tan from mowing. I am not. I'm not tan. I don't believe I am. This is just my skin tone. I have olive skin because of the Italian. I don't think I'm tan. Kind of greenish, kind of reddish. Might be the lighting. Who knows? Maybe I have a little bit of color from mowing. Who knows? That'd be weird. Like I wasn't really out there but just a few hours. So I don't know how that's. Usually I get red the first couple times I'm in the sun. I get red first and then I tan. I'm ready. I'm ready for some sun. I want to soak up the sun. I really want to take my family, like, I kind of want to like go up north and go camping, but I know that we can't handle tent camping because Aaron and I are just too old for that. We're too old for that shit. Anna might enjoy it. Jamelli would probably like it, but I think even well, maybe we could do an air mattress on the floor. Although I don't know that my tent, yeah, my tent might be big enough for a twin air mattress and a double or a queen. Yeah, I really kind of want to take my family camping. I think it would be okay. So here's my problem though. I want to take my family camping, but I don't want to do it at a campground where everyone is piled on top of each other and it's all noisy and people get belligerent because they're drinking too much. I want to do it somewhere peaceful. But I also think that everybody would get sick of it after a couple of days. So we could probably only handle like 3 or 4 days tops. Like come in one day, stay for a couple nights, get out. I think everybody would be very excited to go back home at that point. But yeah, I don't know where, I mean, everywhere you go, it's just people piled on top of each other in campgrounds around here anyway. I think it'd be nice. I think it'd be a nice way to end Anna's school year. Because she's just about done with her 5th grade curriculum. I think some of it's going into the beginning of June. So maybe like mid-June, maybe something we could do in mid-June. I don't know. I'll have to talk to my dad. Maybe if they don't have Nancy's family coming up, I don't think they come up until the beginning of July. Maybe we can go up there and camp for a few days and then stay with them for a few days and then come home. That'd be fun. Does it have to be up north? No, it doesn't have to be up north. Like, it doesn't have to be all the way up to where my dad is, but it should be north of Lansing because there is a very, very noticeable difference in the air quality once you get north of Lansing. So I don't know if Oakland County would be far enough north for me. I really want that fresh, crisp kind of air. The last time camping was with my Girl Scout troop. Never again. Oh, Linda, you didn't enjoy it? I loved Girl Scout camping. I loved Girl Scouts. I was a Girl Scout my whole life, all the way from brownies up to I did CIT, which is counselor in training, at the summer camp that I went to every single summer. And Actually, I did CIT. I did all the way through CIT 2. The only next thing I was going to do was the very next summer, if I had not gotten pregnant the way I did, the very next summer, I would have gone back to the camp for the entire summer to work as a counselor, and I would have gotten paid for it. But I loved it. I loved it. I looked so forward to it. I went for weeks every summer up to camp. It's called Camp Linden, which is still here in Michigan. And it was my happy place. My very most happy place. I stayed in platform tents on cots. It's wonderful, wonderful childhood memories. I get a little sad sometimes that my daughter my older daughter, she got to do the same thing. She was also in Girl Scouts all the way up to high school. And then she got into varsity swim and just was too busy for Girl Scouts. But she did the CIT 1 program. So she got to do counselor and training as well. But Anna, it makes me a little sad that she doesn't get to experience stuff like that, because there's just no way. There's absolutely no way that I could ever drop her off somewhere for a week like that. She requires way too much personal care. There's so many. Oh my gosh, if she got hurt, if she broke anything, we'd have to fly her down to Florida or get help. So, but we could go as a family, She could get some experience with camping. I won't camp anymore because of the ticks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how bad they are here. Anywhere we would go camping wouldn't have, I don't think, the long grass or, so I don't know. It's a lot of like dirt slabs. I'm telling you, the campgrounds are just, yeah, I didn't think about ticks. I wonder if they're really bad over here this year too. I feel like we had a sufficient winter. Like it should have helped them go dormant enough that they shouldn't be so crazy. I know that one year they were really bad is because we had such a mild winter. They just continued breeding all the way through the winter. So by the time summer came around again, the population had surged. Michael, you remember camping at summer camp when you were 12, learning about knots and feathering, paddling in a boat. Very cool. I remember doing knots in Girl Scouts. I don't remember any of them now, but I remember the activity. I remember boating in the lake. I remember doing polar bear swims in the lake. I remember, hey, baby, what are you doing? It's done. Nice. Look how far I got.
Oh, whoa. Wow.
It's been an hour and 20 minutes.
Cool.
So I'm thinking I can section it into basically like 10 sections that probably take about 2 hours each. Because I was thinking I didn't need it until Father's Day, but then I remembered he's supposed to come down this month to work on the electrical.
This month or next month?
I thought it was this month. Didn't he say like mid to late May?
Oh, okay.
So then I would want to get it done sooner so I could give it to him. I was just talking to these guys about how I want to go camping. I'd like to take you guys camping,
Oh,
like tent camping.
cool.
Like I have a tent and we have air mattresses, and
I like that.
I feel like it'd be fun at least for a couple days until our body hurt so much we had to come home, right?
Yeah.
We should. I don't want to show this
Okay.
on the live because the person that you made it for hasn't seen it yet.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to show you.
Yeah, no, it looks great. This is by far the most colorful because we had talked about not
Yeah.
just leaving the background plain so we weren't using up so much materials for the
Yeah.
cost. It's a very, 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 very detailed one. It's pretty cool. I think she'll love it. Are you going to start on the next one or no?
Yeah. I'm sure.
All right. Do you want to just leave this here with the paperwork and
Yeah.
we'll do it later. After I get off the live, we'll pack it up. Good job. Love you.
Love you too. Fun.
Oh, yeah, stretch my arms for a minute. Oh, get a drink. Maybe stretch my legs too. Roasted. Yeah, we're gonna do a fire. We wanted to do it Mother's Day. It didn't work out because we've got a fire pit out back. And Austin came over on Mother's Day and shoveled it out so we could use it. Didn't end up working out that night. And then we were going to do it again Thursday since we're going to be together. But now it's looking like there's going to be storms, which, I mean, maybe if they push back and start later, we could still do, because then the storms would just put it out, right, when we're done. But yeah, we got stuff to make s'mores whenever we finally do it. Whew. Linda, you like camping where they have room service? That's funny. I feel like Hillary would say the same thing. Michael, you remember summer camp because you celebrated your 13th birthday there. You got to kiss one of the camp counselors. Different times back then. Yeah, because the camp counselor was probably like 16 or 17. That's funny. Thank you, Sharon. Okay. Oh, I'm yawning. Why? All right. Let's do this triangle space right here. That's the same thing. And maybe I'll come over here. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going to keep going with the browns for now. James. Hey, James. Laura just asked if you went live because she got an email. We'll catch up in the morning heading to bed. All right. You two sleep very well. Good to see you. We'll see you next time. We'll see you on the live maybe tomorrow evening. I don't know what time the live is happening tomorrow evening. I think it is going to happen at some point. But like I said, we're going to Austin's ceremony, and then we're going out to dinner. So I don't think we'll be back here until at least 8 p.m. So it's definitely, well, it's supposed to be a late night live anyway. But the thing is, if we do a fire, then we would be out at the fire at 10. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. It might end up being an earlier live. I don't know. It just depends on how everything plays out. Little muggy down here, even though I have 3 dehumidifiers going. Still a little muggy. I wonder if it would help to put up a fan and move the air around. Hey, babe. think he's already back in the room. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to wake up Google.
What's the message?
Babe, can you come here for 1 second? I want to ask you something.
Okay, broadcasting now.
Linda says, as a teen, I went to Yosemite and didn't know I had a hole in my jacket pocket that had a lifesaver in it. The counselors saw what? What do you have on your wrist, Nikki? It's just a like a head I don't know what you call it, but I'm just using it to keep my hand from touching the thing. I was just thinking because it's kind of muggy down here. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, how is it muggy down here if there's 3 dehumidifiers going?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we had a fan moving air around, if that would help not only reduce the mugginess, but help the dehumidifiers.
Yeah, good.
So I'm wondering if you would take one of those fans out of the storage room and
Yeah.
plug it in right there underneath the bookshelf, like behind you there, down under there, underneath. Yes, there's a power strip under there.
Oh, okay.
You could plug the fan in, and then you could move it over like where Jameli's butt is, and blow it like towards me, and I think it'll help move things around. At some point, if the humidity gets down to 40% or below, the dehumidifiers are supposed to shut themselves off. So they're just not running like incessantly. But it sure seems like they do run incessantly. What was that, the fan that beeped? Oh. Okay. Second wind. Here we go. Two bears on your sleeping bag? Oh my gosh. That's crazy. And you slept through it? You can turn it up. Angle the face of it down more so it's not pointing towards the ceiling. More this way. Turn it just a little bit this way. Yeah. Perfect.
It's not too loud.
Thank you. No, gosh, that's more quiet than the dehumidifiers, and they can't even hear those. Thank you. That feels so nice. I know, me. That's what I said. I'm glad the microphone's good about cutting out the background noise because it is very noisy in here, you guys. Winnie, you went to one resort and the lake had great fishing. Oh, cool. I don't know. You know what we could do? We could just set up our tent in the backyard. We could set up the tent in the backyard and have a fire out there and just pretend we're camping. And then we'd have the toilet in the house. And when we get sick of it, we just pack everything up and come back. We should do that. We should totally do that because we can't afford to go camping anyway, but we could totally make it very much like camping. Like we could make it very realistic, at least, for Anna. That would be a great memory for her. That's what we should do. Baby! Oh my gosh, I have to tell him. I feel like that's the best idea. I definitely want to do that. I'm not going to call him back down here again. He's going to be like, damn it, woman. Okay, see what just happened? This is the dark side of diamond painting. Oh no, why? Getting too silly, too erratic, too much movement. I think it's not too bad. I think there's only one that's stuck to the canvas. Maybe two, maybe three. Good night, Winnie. Mindy says, oh no, it's okay. We will recover. All right, I can't tell if this is one nope, that's not one I put on there. See, look at that. Boom, right back where we started. Once in a while, Dolly has a sparkle on her nose. Oh no. She's snooting around and gets a diamond painting drill on her nose. It's funny. Oh, enjoy your day tomorrow, Winnie. Sleep well. It's nice to camp at home. Nikki, it's a brilliant idea because we have the campfire, right? We have the tent. I mean, what would we be missing? We've got camping chairs. We could cook over the fire. We could sleep out there. We'd only have to do it for one night. I guess the only thing we'd really be missing is like a lake, which I don't know that we'd do much with a lake if we had it at the campground anyway. We don't own a boat or anything. I'm not going to go swimming in the lake, not unless it's the lake, Crystal Lake up north where I can see the bottom. So I think we could do it all here, and it would be quiet. We wouldn't have to have camping neighbors, and yeah. Bonus if it goes haywire, you just run inside. Exactly. It would be fun too to even have some friends join us. So it could be like a campground. It could be like a campground, but just with people we know. Like Austin could come and set up his own tent. And I don't know, maybe Deb and Paul or something. I don't know. It'd be fun to do like a group camping in the backyard. My kind of lake is a pool. Yes, exactly. I used to swim in the lake when I was a kid, but I can't do it anymore. If I can't see the bottom, I'm not going in. So yes, my kind of lake is a pool as well. When's the camp over? Yeah, Tina V, you gotta come. You gotta come to the camp over. Oh my gosh, we should do that. That would be so fun. I mean, we have plenty of room in our yard for people to come camp over. That's for sure. And we also have room in the front part of our yard for campers. Like if people actually have a pop-up camper or an RV, we've got plenty of room to park a few of those too. So we could have a whole meetup, hangout, camp fest. We could do a Team AMC Annapalooza. Just give me 3 hours notice. Yeah. Oh gosh. I imagine your lakes would be mighty cold. Yeah, I mean they are, but people still swim in them. It's in the shallow parts of the Great Lakes. It's fine once you get into like July, August, early September. It's okay. It's chilly, but it's hot outside and you don't really feel it, but you get used to it really fast is what it is. But Crystal Lake is pretty shallow, so that lake warms up nicely. That's my favorite lake to swim in. I will go in Lake Michigan, but only up to like my waist. Not only because it's cold and because you can't see the bottom that far out, but also because it's the water's choppy. It can be very much like an ocean. Like you could get pulled under and such. They have some pretty big waves in Lake Michigan. So do a live on your camp out. Let's see. Snaps over here. What we would like to do also this year is a road trip, but I just don't know how we're going to do it. But we want to incorporate visiting people that have been following us for a long time, especially a lot of our subscribers have been following us for probably 5, 6, some even 7 years. And so we thought we could do a road trip because we have to get out to California to finish up wrapping up his mom's affairs. We thought we could road trip out there and back and stay with some people who are now very much friends, and visit with them on the way out and back. But I cannot drive the van out there and back because I think that will end it, and we cannot afford to be without a vehicle. So, and we can't afford to rent an RV. We can't drive Anna in the back of an RV anyway. So we would have to rent like a van. And yeah. Michael, you prefer pools as well. You miss swimming so much. Even a lake would be great. Yeah, the lake's usually pretty all right if you only go out a little ways. guess it depends on the lake. I do miss having a pool. We love swimming. Anna and I love swimming. So definitely, I think number one thing we miss about Florida or from Florida is the pool we had right out back. And number two is Disney. And that's about it. I guess number three would be no, that's about it. That's about it. Wi-Fi in the woods hopefully is good enough for a live. Well, Wi-Fi in our backyard campground would definitely be good enough for a live. Whoops. Where are you going? Get over here. Now, I have to say, this is getting uncomfortable. At an hour and 40 minutes in, it's starting to hurt my fingers a little bit. So definitely there's a benefit to getting some of the nicer tools to work with. I'm going to try and get out to the garage when we get back. No, I can't do it when we get back from dinner because it'll be dark. I'll try and get out to the garage before we leave tomorrow. See if I can find my diamond painting kit and my emergency radio. Whoops. You're stuck. Come on. Flip over. There we go. Where was I just about to? Oh, there it is. What? Okay. This is really not bad progress. It's boring, right? We're not really, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like much until you start getting more of it laid down. I guess doing just the blue would be just as boring because it's just kind of tedious when you're working with the same color. But as you see it come together as you go down the page, that's when it starts feeling like you're accomplishing something. So when does Anna have to go back to the doctors in Florida? Pretty much as soon as she needs new braces. So it just depends on how quickly she outgrows the braces she has. Now, I was hoping we wouldn't have to go back down until like October or November. But I don't know, it's starting to look like it might end up being sooner. Oh, we might have to go down in like September. Just depends. Just depends on, you know, she's had a little bit of a growth spurt. It's not so much so that we need to go now. But if she has another one, definitely we'll have to make some plans to get down there. However, I still have to get permission from our insurance company here in Michigan to go do that down there. So, there's always a chance they can deny it and we wouldn't be able to go down there. And that'll be a whole other can of worms that we have to deal with. So, all right. I think I am going to say goodnight here because it's been just about 2 hours. And I don't want to make these live stream videos too long. So I will post this tomorrow over on the Stepping in the Mud Facebook page. And you can replay it here. And then I'll try to get on. I think it will be next week again on, today's Wednesday. It'll be next week on Thursday when I go live next. I may post some content in the meantime, so keep an eye out for videos. But as far as going live, it wouldn't be until next Thursday. So thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I think I made good progress. I'm happy with that. I think I'm going to go work on it some more on a Zoom for a little while. And if I don't see you on the Zoom in a few minutes, then the rest of you, I will see you later. Thank you. Good night.